Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the defrost thermostat in a Samsung refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a quarter-inch nut driver, a pair of wire strippers, putty knife, a pair of side cutters, a heat gun, a zip tie, a pair of shrink sleeves, and a pair of butt connectors. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new defrost thermostat. This defrost thermostat is mounted on the evaporator coil inside the refrigerator compartment. During the defrost cycle, the heater, energized by the control board, melts the frost off of the evaporator coils, preventing them from freezing over. The defrost thermostat monitors the defrost heater temperature. In case it rises above the safe level, the defrost thermostat kills the power to the heater. The failure of the defrost heater will cause the evaporator coil to freeze over. In turn, that will cause the temperature to rise in the fresh food compartment. If you are experiencing these symptoms, check the defrost thermostat and replace it if needed. To get to the part, we're going to open both French doors. Now we're going to remove the crisper drawers, pull out, lift up, and take out. Same on the right side, pull out, lift up, and take out. Now we can remove these crisper drawer support frame and lift it up and pull it out. Be careful, don't break the glass. Now we're going to remove these 4 glass shelves, lift up the front and pull it out. Next we need to remove 2 quarter-inch screws. I'm going to use a quarter-inch nut driver. These screws are holding the daily drawer cover. I'm going to lift up the front portion. And we have a plug here that we will need to disconnect. So I'm going to press down on the locking tab and pull it apart. I'm going to stash it here for the time being. And I'm going to remove this panel. I'm going to pull out the drawer slightly, a couple of inches. Then we're going to remove this second portion of the cover. Next, I'm going to lift up and remove the drawer. Next, we're going to remove this left side shelf and the drawer support. I'm going to use a quarter-inch nut driver and I'm going to insert it in this hole and unscrew the mounting screw. Now I'm going to grab it and pull it forward. We will disengage one of the pins that holds that bracket. That's the pin I'm talking about, and this is the cutout here that locks over the pin. Next, we're going to remove this cover box. I'm going to use the putty knife. I'm going to insert it right here and press on the locking tab, and the box comes out. This is the tab that we're pressing. Next, we're going to remove these 5 screws that holds the evaporator cover in place. They are quarter-inch. I'm going to use a quarter-inch nut driver, and we're going to take them out. So now we're going to use the putty knife, and I'm going to push this clip in, and I'm going to pull off the cover. And now we can remove the evaporator cover panel. Lift it up and slide it out. And now I'm going to squeeze the locking tabs and pull the plug out. And now we can remove the cover panel. So I'm not going to use the side cutters, and I'm going to clip off this zip tie. Be careful. I'm going to remove that zip tie. Don't let it go into the tray. If you do, pick it up. Alright, separate the wires. Then next I'm going to remove the thermostat from that copper tube. Now I'm going to remove the thermostat of this copper tubing. I'm going to press on the clip. Alright. I'm going to squeeze these tabs and pull the plug out. And I'm going to fish out the thermostat so we can work on it. Right here would be enough. Next I'm going to cut these two wires. Use the wire strippers. Make sure that you don't cut them too short because it could be hard to connect them if you go behind the coil. So I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm gonna snap it somewhere here and somewhere here. So I'm gonna strip this aluminum foil off because we don't need a short when we're gonna connect the wires with the new thermostat. We don't need any metal insulation on the top of it. I'm gonna leave the tip, it's okay. And then I'm going to strip the insulation about that much. Using the wire strippers. That would be enough. And then this one. I'm going to use the strippers. Careful, do not damage the insulation. Okay, that's good enough. And now I'm gonna strip the little wire here and about that much. This is the old defrost thermostat next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Next, we're going to use the cutters, and we're going to shorten that wires to approximately the same length. Sometimes you need a little longer, shorter, so you can measure it on the spot and cut it, and then strip the ends of the wires to approximately that length. So I already pre-cut the wires, and I'm going to slide on these heat shrink sleeves, should I say. And now we're going to strip off the ends. Using the wire strippers. And now we're going to install the butt connector. And we're going to use again the same wire strippers, and we're going to secure them. Just squeeze it. And pull, holds. And the second one. And now I'm gonna bring in the wire strippers, and we're gonna slide on the butt connector onto the wire, and I'm going to squeeze it. I'm going to slide this sleeve on. Right, and then I'm gonna install this one. I'm gonna place my strippers here. I'm going to hold it right there, and I'm gonna insert the wire. Right there, and I'm gonna squeeze it. Then I'm gonna slide the sleeve on. So next I'm going to use a heat gun, and we're gonna shrink those sleeves. Next we're going to install the thermostat and plug in that plug. I'll bring it over here, slide it, and we're going to put it on this tube. And then we can plug this in. I'm going to turn the defrost thermostat that it will be facing away from the coil. And it's up to you. You can either put a zip tie over there, bring those two wires together, or not. Don't think it's necessary in my case. They are staying away from the heater and they are safe. All right, now I'm going to bring the cover in. And now we're going to plug this in. And we're going to install the cover. Push it down. All right, now we're going to secure the cover with 5 1/4-inch screws. And now we're going to place the cover box back on. Now we're going to install this left side support. As I explained you, we have this cutout and we have this pin over there. So I'm going to place it over. And push it back. It locks. And now I'm going to secure it with this 1/4-inch screw. And we're going to install the drawer back in. This rail has to go under. Make sure that it's installed properly. Okay, now we're going to reinstall this rear end of the cover. Remember, we need to have this drawer a little bit out so it will fit there. And now we're going to bring in the front panel. Okay, let's pull out this plug. And then I'm going to plug the panel in. And I'm going to again place the plug into this opening. And the harness. Alright, and make sure the harness is in. And that opening also. And we're going to install this front portion on. Match the holes. And I'm going to secure it with 2 1/4-inch screws. We're going to install the glass shelves back in and place the back hooks in. And press it down so the front will lock. Same thing here. All right, now I'm going to install the top shelves. All right, now we're going to install the crisper drawer support. I'm going to place it on these rails. I'm going to place it on the rails, push it back, and it's going to get into these cutouts at the bottom. And now we can install the crisper drawers in. I'm going to place it over the rollers, and then we can slide it in. Same thing. I'm going to place the rear end over the rollers and slide it in. And now we can close the doors. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.